up from a prince to a king. I got no diamonds that's shining in my ring. It doesn't take a jewel for me to light up the scene, cause just hearing my thoughts can be scary. A real live motherfucker that's revolutionary, chasing dreams and following footsteps to the legendary. Introducing you to the roots of my tree, from the stars of my sky to the ashes of my debris, the herb in my blunt to the stone that comes after king, the hidden philosophy as camouflage into my lyrics. One of God's sons representing the illest. I'm walking on the road to Zion cause Babylon is diminished. Constantly Mother Earth is what's spinning, so the story can never finish. This is just the beginning of the chapter. Live every day and watch the success that you can capture. So when you plant your seed, watch it grow. I'm another rose that grew from the concrete. They call me Kingstone. In my own words, this is the chapter of my story, from beginning to end. How the ashes rose to glory. So I'm crossing my heart and dotting my eye if I should ever fall. True warriors rise up cause no mountain's ever too tall. Like before I was even born, my life could have been denied. It was a few years before the beat of my heart line, when my mom got away from death but not rape. Deep shit is coming out now, so there's no escape. Just look at all the land that's been covered in bloodshed. There's so much selfishness, but Junior gone shed is one loaf of bread. Time becomes precious when it's hanging on by a thread. I've already seen the vision of my life flashing before my eyes. The chance of death was starting to rise, but I'm still here for a reason. Changing like every season, moving like the wind, cause I'm breezing into a new way of life. Praying to God that all the dark times are behind. Some people's lives are what some call a tragedy. It just made me more of a man, that's all I can ask to be. Cause being able to wake up with tears of joy was a blessing. Happiness fading into darkness became part of the lesson. So finally I understand the journey of my task. In my own words, death is what creeps up on you fast. Ancient teachers say to seem to know is what's prepared on all. Only the strong will continue while the rest will fall. So I never look back, cause time is too small, too precious to be wasted. A rosy life is what we wanna be tasting, but there's poison in the air. Death is around the corner, so how will you be prepared? Only time will tell, living in a world of despair. In my own words, this is the chapter of my story, from beginning to end. How the ashes rose to glory, so I'm crossing my heart and dotting my eye if I should ever fall. True warriors rise up cause no mountain's ever too tall. In my own words, this is the chapter of my story, from beginning to end. How the ashes rose to glory, so I'm crossing my heart and dotting my eye if I should ever fall. In my own words, true warriors rise up cause no mountain's ever too tall. In my own words.